with another episode 4 of the FIFA 17 Burnley career mode. And today we've got another triple header of games for you. We start of course with Arsenal at Turf Moor, and then we move down to the south coast to St Mary's, where we play Southampton. Tough game because they're relegation rivals. And then we finish with a home match against Everton at Turf Moor. So 2 games sandwiched between an away game as well at Southampton. So a terrific episode in prospect. Burnley in 17th with that overdue win against Watford, but only 1 point above the drop zone, and Southampton, who we play after the Arsenal game, well, that could be a crucial game so far. But to get that first win against Watford was a real fillip. Now could we get our first clean sheet of the season as we take on Arsenal here at Turf Moor. A real baptism of fire this was going to be for Burnley. Could we get that first clean sheet and maybe just sneak a point against Arsenal, a team that we're not really expected to do well? Let's see how we get on against the Gunners then, down at Turf Moor. And good afternoon to you all from Turf Moor, a very wet and windy Turf Moor, as Burnley entertain Arsenal here today. John Stutzy getting his first win a few nights ago against Watford, looking to replicate it, but they're up against one of the best defenders in the country. 5 goals only shipped so far this season, and Chelsea also have 6 goals shipped each. I think Middlesbrough have 6 shipped as well. Arsene Wenger's team, meanest defence, but up against an attacker who started firing on all cylinders. Rashford especially, and Andre Gray, who got 2 the other night against Watford, starts up top with Rashford. They've got something like 6 goals between them this season, and it's going to be the same 11 that takes the field that did beat Watford the other night, apart from Kimmich, who comes in for Jeff Henry, so the only change there. What about this fella's side, Arsene Wenger? 20 years he'll have been in charge of Arsenal. A great achievement in this day and age of high stakes football. This is how his side lined up. David Ospina preferred to play a checking goal. That's a little bit of a surprise. Danny Welbeck leads the line up front, and with support from Sanchez, Cazorla and Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Gabriel Mustafi, the German international, make up the 2 centre-backs. To a marvellous atmosphere then at Turf Moor for a tough match for Burnley. They know they could do with picking up at least a point, if not 3, to really give their season even more lift off. The referee today is Mike Jones. Chamberlain down the nearest far side, and Shawcross came right across there to put him off. Turf Moor looking immaculate despite the weather. The pitch looks in very good condition. It's going to be Cazorla to take the corner. I think he might just go short to Chamberlain. Yes, he does. Oh, lovely turn there from Chamberlain. Could be danger here for Burnley. Chamberlain, good tackle there from Michael Keane, and Kimmich can get it away, but not very far. Gabriel. And now Jenkinson. Cazorla giving it away now to Montero, who was tripped. And that will be a free kick and a yellow card for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Referee Jones on the spot. And Oxlade-Chamberlain, rather, get me words out here, registers the first booking. It was a stupid tackle there on Jefferson Montero. And David Ospina surprisingly preferred to put a checking goal. Wenger really trusting the Spaniard over the Czech Republic international for this one. Here's Antonio. It's a lovely ball into Stephen Defoe. Angle's a bit tight, and a lovely cross, and in the end Gibbs has to concede a corner there for Burnley. There's John Stutzy, all wrapped up warm. It's a cold day today, quarter of an hour gone. Defoe with a deep corner. Rashford, good save, David Ospina. That was a marvellous piece of goalkeeping there by the Arsenal keeper, who's been preferred a better checking goal and is probably backed his own judgment there with a super save. Looked to all the while as if that was going to be goal number 1 there, but it's another corner. Defoe again to take, and it almost came for the Burnley again. Defoe will try again, and then he was fouled. Free kick And another yellow card to an Arsenal player. Santi Cazorla now goes in the book. Burnley just got Arsenal on the rack a little bit here in this opening period of the first half. It's looking very good at the moment. So a free kick in a promising position. It's a tight angle to try a shot, but if anyone can do it, Stephen Defoe can do it. He's floated it in and a header over the top from Gray. And a goal kick it is to Arsenal. Montero. Burnley really taking it to Arsenal, and that's good for the match now. And Stephen Defoe now in a crossing position. As he took it too far, the goalkeeper having to punch it away. And Chamberlain can get it out for Arsenal. What a good first half it has been for Burnley. Really encouraging signs. And some of their play through the midfielders have been absolutely first rate. But here's Alexis Sanchez, still 0-0 here. Arsenal just holding on a little bit. It's given away to Defoe. Lovely ball to Rashford. Now Kimmich has it. And that was not a very good ball. And straight to Alexis Sanchez, which is not what you want to do. A little bit of immaturity showed by the young German international. Here's Coquelin now for Arsenal. To Sanchez. Back to Coquelin again. Lovely first time balls. And here comes Santi Cazorla again. Running at the defenders. And still... there's actually a foul there by Francis Coquelin, and it will be a free kick here to Burnley. In fact, it was an offside decision against him. Antonio. We got a bit lucky there. Kimmich. He's got himself a bit of space with the shot, but it was well charged down by Mustafi. Breaks to Defoe here. Still a chance here. Antonio. Good tackle there by Gibbs. And here's Cazorla now to break away. And there's an injury there for Kimmich, and he won't be able to continue, I'm afraid. And it looks like a stretcher job for the ankle, and he goes off to a sympathetic applause. And Jeff Henrik now will get a run out with the remaining 50 minutes that will be left to play. And it's a sad real tale, that, to be honest, because Kimmich was really starting to get into the flow of the game at that particular point of it. We go into the closing stages of the first half. Chamberlain to Cazorla, gets it back again. Good play this from Arsenal. Looking to build up ahead of steam. Here's a chance for Emily, and he hits it straight into the arms of goalkeeper Tom Heaton, and that will probably be the last act of it's been a goalless but compelling first half of football. But doesn't seem to be any breakthrough as referee Mike Jones brings the first half to a close. Closest we come to a goal. Rashford, Gray's had a chance as well. Arsenal have had one or two half chances, but no way past Tom Heaton or David Ospina for that matter. Half time then at Turf Moor. It's Burnley 0, Arsenal 0, and a creditable first half performance from the Clarets. Gibbs. 10 minutes just over gone in the second half. Welbeck to Cazorla. Now Welbeck again. Emily. And Cazorla. And again Emily again. He's through this time. It's Santi Cazorla, and it was a tame effort into the arms of Tom Heaton. And he'll be pleased with that. But he's given it away to Gibbs. But then Shawcross rescues the situation and gets Burnley going again. Here's Andre Gray. Rashford has made a good break, but he's offside. The flag had gone up straight away. And there was no doubt about that. As soon as the ball was played, Rashford just timed his run a bit too soon there. We've got an hour of the game gone, and so far no way through both sides. They've been very, very watertight, both in defence. Here's Marcus Rashford. Oh, what a lovely ball. And this time Gray's onside. What a chance for Gray. Oh, good save. David Ospina with a super save. It looked all the while as Gray was going to register his third goal of the week, and David Ospina pushed it away and had other ideas and denies the deadly Burnley hotshot. And away goes Chamberlain down the near side. Burnley have to watch, but that's an easy one for Eaton. Did very, very well. Burnley still on course for what would be a creditable point, even though they could still win it conceivably. They have had chances to score in the game. Stephen Defoe. Marcus Rashford. What would be more pleasing if they could keep a clean sheet And as well, here's Gray. Little back heel, this is brilliant football. Antonio now gets his shot in, but it's just too high. And over the top it goes for a goal kick to Arsenal. What a good opportunity again. Antonio creating the chance for himself, but just getting underneath it. Right, so looks like Chamberlain picks it up. We're into the closing 7 or 8 minutes for stoppage time. Welbeck to Jenkinson. Back to Danny Welbeck once again. Good football again. Chamberlain. Jenkinson. Welbeck offers himself. Granit Xhaka the substitute. Xhaka! Over the top of the bar it goes. And Arsenal now, as we go into the closing stage, is starting to create 1 or 2 menacing attacks here. And Granit Xhaka, who's got a good shot on him, just couldn't keep it down this time, to the relief of John Stutzy and the frustration of Arsene Wenger. Rashford, good tackle there, and now again danger might be appearing now in the last few seconds here for Burnley. And here comes Granit Xhaka. Welbeck's waiting in the middle. That's Welbeck, chance here, but he's wasted it. And that could be the last act of the match. And it looks as if with this silly miss from Danny Welbeck, it looks as if the Chorus might just get that point. Their performance and their hard work and dedication has very, very much deserved. Well, here we go then. Tom Heaton now kicks away. Seconds remaining here at Turf Moor. And Burnley so close to that first clean sheet. They deserve something from it, but here's Danny Welbeck. Can he cross it back? Chance here for Alexis Sanchez, and he hits it over, but the whistle has gone anyway. And Burnley get their first clean sheet of the season. A crucial point as well against the Gunners. And what a way to get the first clean sheet of the season, to keep one of the best attacking sides in the business out. Poor finishing from Arsenal, but Burnley defended manfully. They could have scored through Gray and Rashford in the first half, but a point is not a disaster. In fact, they'll feel more than happier than Arsenal with this scoreline. Full time then, Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. Well, that was a terrific win there for Burnley. Great performance to hold Arsenal at bay. They could have scored a couple of goals themselves, the Clarets, but at the end of the day, it was imperative that they kept their first clean sheet of the season and stay out of that relegation zone, which is important, and that was always a great feeling. And Stoke, well done to them, top of the league. So let's look at what happened then in the score lines then. Everton 1, Palace 0. Hull upset the odds by beating Chelsea by the same scoreline. Leicester Southampton finished 1-1. United 1, Stoke 2. That result sends Stoke top. Spurs Man City goalless. Sunderland 2, West Brom 1. Bournemouth winning 2-0 at Watford. West Ham beating Middlesbrough by a goal to 0. Burnley Arsenal, as you know, 0-0. And finally Swansea and Liverpool finished 1-1. So a very mix of results there, with the one goalless draw coming at White Hart Lane. And it illustrates how tight that Premier League is. And now we go on to our second feature now. This is the game down at St Mary's. It's an early relegation 6-pointer really. It's a game that Burnley need to really win if they're going to harbour any ambitions to stay in the Premier League, at least for a considerable future. But some bad news. Joshua Kimmich, who you saw in that Arsenal game get injured, he's out for 3 months with that bad ankle, and that's a real blow. So it gives an opportunity now for Jeff Hendrick to really make his mark and come into the side and hopefully do well as a result. So we'll see what comes of that then in this next game, which, as I say, is down at St Mary's, where we take on our relegation rivals Southampton. Could we get 3 crucial points, or would we chalk again on the road? We needed to win our first match on the road. What would be a good time to do it against relegation rebels? Let's find out as we travel down to Southampton. Could we get that first win on the board? Let's find out down at St Mary's Stadium. Welcome to St Mary's Stadium, where Burnley, looking for their first away win of the season, take on a Southampton side who have not won yet a game, and they are just below Burnley in the table. In fact, they are third bottom of the table, with Burnley just outside by 2 single points. So this is a real relegation 6-pointer. Stoke to surprise leaders at the top, level on points with Chelsea but with a better goal difference. But it's not about them what's at the top at the moment. It's a real early battle to see if Burnley can stay in the Premier League. And winning 3 points against this Southampton team would go a long way. Former player Charlie Austin is amongst the starters alongside Shane Long. Jay Rodriguez, another former Claret, is amongst the substitutes. But it's a very, very good side, Southampton. I'm very surprised that they're struggling at the wrong end of the table, if I'm being honest. Burnley, of course, making that one change. John Stutzy having it forced upon him through Kimmich's injury he picked up in the heroic goalless draw at Arsenal last week. And that's just a one change. Jeff Henrik there. And Gouffran comes in amongst the substitutes as well, the former Newcastle man. And apart from that, it's the same 11 that drew heroically against Arsenal last week. A real opportunity for the likes of Jeff Henrik to really put himself into the shop window now that Kimmich is out of action for 3 months or so. It really gives an opportunity for him to really put pressure on the German. Referee today is Mark Clattenburg from County Durham, and we're all set to go then at St Mary's. A real relegation 6-pointer. Southampton, of course, in the stripes, get us underway and attacking the goal to our left hand side. And this really is going to be a tough match to call. Two sides who are struggling for form, but Burnley coming into this game on a 4-match unbeaten run in all competitions, really starting to get their game together. And here's Stephen Defoe with an early chance, and he's scored! A marvellous start for Burnley, just 5 minutes gone, and Stephen Defoe has struck a great goal. And Burnley have scored some marvellous goals this season, but none as good as this, I'm sure. He's just hit it from all of 30 yards. He swerved and dipped a bit. Could Forster have got there a little sooner? Maybe, maybe not. But what you can't take away is the quality of goal. The Belgian international has just put Burnley 1-0 in the lead. It's his first of the season, and what a time to get it. Classy to Diaz. Classy again. Southampton looking to break straight away. It's Charlie Austin against his own team, and what a smothering save that was from goalkeeper Tom Eaton. That really was a great piece of goalkeeping, and I'm not the best spell out you'll see in the world. Romeo comes forward, and it's Stephen Davis now. But Robertson across there for Burnley. That was good, sensible defending there under the circumstances. Rashford trying to make something of it. Now Gray. Henrik. That's an intelligent ball to Rashford. Good play this. Rashford trying the shot, and he deflects away. And Southampton breathe again. 20-odd minutes gone. 21 minutes gone. Almost the halfway mark of the first half. Southampton 0, Burnley 1. And it's Antonio again for Burnley. They're looking for number 2. And Gray's there, and he scored! It's 2 for Gray. It's 1 for Gray, and it's 2 for Burnley. He answered a goal scored by Stephen Defoe, and that was a lovely move down the left-hand side. And Gray caught it perfectly on the volley. And the Burnley fans who have made the long trek down from Lancashire today are being royally rewarded. It's Gray's 4th of the season, and it's 2-0 to Burnley. Austin. Diaz. Austin or Robert Davis. Now it's Austin. And again, smothering goalkeeping by... Oh, and the goalkeeper lost it, and Romeo might get an opportunity. A little bit of a dicey moment here for Burnley. Long with the cross, and headed back to Heaton this time by Keane. And then Keane gets in the way of the... Oh, comedy of errors, and then Tom Heaton makes a fine save. Well, what can you say about all this shenanigans? Goalkeeper and back four getting themselves in a tangle, and they almost paid the ultimate price. 5 minutes into the second half. Here's Geordie Classy for Southampton. They need 2 goals to get back into this exploiter, and they almost got one of them. Romeo with a tremendous right-footed shot, and he hit this with some force and some venom. It was a right foot rasper that just sneaked wide of that far post. What a good opportunity for Southampton to get themselves back into this game, and they just couldn't take the opportunity with it. as Tom Heaton kicks away. There's Henrik for Burnley. 2 goals clear, but it's been far from comfortable. Stephen Defoe once again. Antonio. And Burnley now looking rampant, but that's too close to Fraser Forster. Beaten by 2 terrific goals. He had little or no hope with both of them. So no blame can be attached to the Southampton goalkeeper, who's a top goalkeeper, by the way. Austin is through, and Diaz is through. Oh, they should have had 2 goals, Southampton, already in this second half. Romeo a few moments ago, and then Diaz smashing one over the crossbar. What an opportunity for Southampton to get back in this game. Antonio. Lovely run, Antonio's away, decent cross, and Rashford might have just sealed it for Burnley. It's not been playing certainly for the Clarets, but they might just get 3 crucial points which will move them away from the relegation trapdoor. Marcus Rashford gets in on the act, John Stutzy so delighted on the bench, and 2,000 Burnley fans making themselves heard, and Rashford makes it 3, and it's his 4th goal of the season. Well, unless Southampton can come up with 3 goals in under 20 minutes, it's 3 points on their way up the M3, M1 and M6 back to Lancashire. Here's Stephen Defoe! Oh, he's only got 1 goal from range this afternoon. He almost had another one then. This time with his left foot. And I tell you what, that wasn't very far away, I can grant you that. As Charlie Austin is replaced by Buffal, and a triple substitution for Burnley. I can tell you that Gudmundsson, Mitrovic and Vokes are on for Rashford, Gray and Antonio respectively. Here's Mitrovic. Trying a shot there which was charged down. Mitrovic again. Again a good block there by the Southampton defence. Here's Stephen Davis once more. Buffal, one of the other subs. And it's given away to Vokes, who's another sub. Oh, that's a beauty! And Vokes strikes his 1st goal of the season. And Burnley's 4th of the day. Burnley strike again. And again, Fraser Forster nowhere near it. The shot was just so good. Look at the way it curls and dips away. Forster never even had a cat in hell's of a prize for saving that. And John Stutzy animated once again. And Burnley strike a gummer blow. 4-0. Here's Buffal. He was tripped just on the edge, just inside the D by Robertson. I think he'll pick up a yellow card here. He will indeed. Mark Clattenburg, the referee, deciding that Robertson's challenge was a yellow card offence. So Buffal with the 3 kick. Off the wall and over the bar. To the delight of the Burnley support. 3 minutes to play. It's just damage limitations now for Southampton, who will be more or less marooned in the bottom 3 at the moment. As Seager, the substitute, comes forward again. Romeo now. What a chance now for Buffal to pull one back and add a little bit of respectability to the scoreline, but he fires it over the top. But what's more important really is that Burnley will keep a 2nd clean sheet on the bounce, and that's a great leveller for them, and it's their 1st clean sheet they'll keep on the road this season, and that's a real feathering the cap for a back 4 which has took its time to get together again, with the likes of Trippier and Robertson adding to the considerable presence, and Ryan Shawcross of course. But Shawcross and Keane becoming a very good central defensive partnership as the final whistle is sounded by Mr. Clattenburg of County Durham. A tremendous result for Burnley, their biggest win of the season so far over Claude Porel Southampton, who are deep in trouble. Burnley will now move up the table significantly, possibly lower mid-table, considering if other results go their way elsewhere. But the 1st goal came from Stephen Defoe, the 2nd came from Gray, Rashford made it 3, and the substitute folks with a super strike making it 4-0. Southampton well beaten. Final score at St Mary's, Southampton 0, Burnley 4. And so with that significant win, we are in actually mid-table. I predicted we'd be in low mid-table, but the results went our way so much, we are now actually in the top 10. We're actually just below Bournemouth. We've got 10 points. We're only 3 points off the relegation zone, but look at that, who we're above. We're above Arsenal, well, City, Manchester City, West Ham, Leicester the champions, and look at that now. We've moved 5 points ahead of Southampton. That's a significant moment in the season so far. Stoke still lead the way on level on points with Chelsea, but Stoke of course have a better goal difference. What a good time it is to be Mark Hughes at the moment. So let's go into our final game, a match against Everton, which is really going to be a real tough one, but a game that's got to be relished. And let's see how we get on. Could we win our second game in a row and keep our unbeaten run going against the Toffees at Turf Moor? Let's go to Turf Moor and find out. A warm welcome again to Turf Moor for the final game of episode 4 of this career mode, and a fantastic occasion again. Burnley now up to 4 or 5 games unbeaten, and 2 goals scored from either team in good form, 3 goals each in the last 3 games. You've got Andre Gray from the Burnley point of view, who's been begging him in for fun recently, and on Everton's side, young Ross Barkley, who's becoming a shining light in Ronald Koeman's pretty well put together side. And it's the same Burnley 11 in fact that take to the field and the win that started that 4-0 demolition derby of Southampton at St Mary's a week ago. Jeff Hendrick really showing his worth since replacing Kimmich, who came out with obviously he's out for 3 months with that serious ankle injury. Now what about Ronald Koeman's new club Everton? He's come from Southampton of course to take over the Everton job of all the ironies, and let's have a look at what he's picked. Gudrun is the goalkeeper, preferred to Joel Robles. Very good. Romelu Lukaku and Ross Barkley will be players to watch. So watch out for Yannick Bolasie as well. He could be a danger man. And Gareth Barry, now 35 years young, but still showing the guile to be a very, very decent and very, very consistent Premier League footballer, and he's a leader as well. And Romelu Lukaku, a real threat to Burnley's chances maybe of keeping another clean sheet. Referee is Craig Pawson. Barkley for Everton. Both teams in traditional colours, by the way. Everton in the blue. Here's Barkley again. Chance here for Bolasie. Good turn. He's in the post. Oh, would you believe it? Well, Burnley nearly conceding inside 8 minutes. And their clean sheet, consecutive clean sheet record, they've got 2 from the last 2 games, and it almost went in an instant here. The Turf Moor this afternoon, McCarthy with a shot and it deflects away. Everton starting the first half really well, and that's a very bad sign for Burnley. Yannick Bolasie hitting the post, and then a great block by the Burnley defender there. Shawcross to deny McCarthy there, and it's Lennon to take the corner for Everton. Towards the near post, Lukaku was lurking. It'll come for Funes Mori, and he plays it out to Lennon. The flag has stayed down here. Barry, 35 years old, that's a nice little ball in there. Williams is in, and the deflection takes it out. It was Lukaku again, trying to get the shot in. And Everton really starting this first half with a real swagger and a determination to really do well against a tough to beat Clarets. Baines, Flores Murray, showed too much of that I think to Jeff Hendrick really, and that's a lovely ball on to Rashford. Has he got the pace to hold off the defenders? It's Marcus Rashford for Burnley. It's a superb goal, and Burnley have scored. 21 minutes gone, and Marcus Rashford is at it again. He strikes again. Goalkeeper had absolutely no price, and Burnley take the lead, having soaked up all that early Everton pressure. It was lost in the midfield area by Flores Murray, and Rashford more than made him pay. Burnley 1, Everton 0. Rashford's 5th goal of the season. Baines now to Lukaku, and he's got away, but it's too close to Heaton as Barkley was flying in behind him. And that's a lovely throw out to find Mikel Antonio. And he's got Henrik away as he got the goal to shake off a couple of opponents. Henrik trying the shot, and he strikes it in the end well wide of the target. Coming up towards the closing stages of the first half. And so far, so good for Burnley, although Everton have had most of the play and probably the early chances. Balassi here who hit the post early doors. It's a nice ball to Barkley, but Shawcross is there. Antonio there once again. Again only picks out Ashley Williams. Now Balassi. That's a nice ball round the corner to Ross Barkley. Danger here now for Burnley. Barkley there, but Shawcross was there back defending, and Heaton just puts his foot through it. And a flick on there, and Gray has got considerable pace, and he's through this time. Andre Gray could really put Burnley in the driving seat, and he's fluffed his lines. What an opportunity for Gray to make it 2-0 just before the break. He got through, did the hard part, but when it came to the easy bit, he stuffed his lines up well and truly there. 2 minutes into the second half, Lennon with the corner. Dangerous corner, Baines with a header, well held by Tom Heaton. And the Burnley goalkeeper has had 1 or 2 good shots to save. Has done magnificently well. Gray with a flick on, and Rashford might get through, but a good tackle there. But I think there was an offside flag. In fact, it's a 3 kick for Burnley. There was a foul there, and there was a possible advantage which the referee didn't think about playing. But it's a free kick in a good position, 35 yards from goal. Stephen Defoe will take it. Defoe deflected and over, and I think that's going to go for a goal kick. Shawcross for Burnley. Rashford, an hour gone in the game. Here's Henrik. Burnley keeper possession well. Oh, and that was almost a lovely through ball. The idea was good, but the execution wasn't so. And here's Balassi at the other end now. Everton trying to pour men forward. They've got 2 in the penalty box. Barkley was one of them. And in the end, Burnley can get it away for Antonio. Up to Gray. Not much support, but he's got Rashford up alongside him, and he showed too much of that in the end to Flores Murray. Now Balassi, who hit the post early on in the game, and he gets it back once more, the former Crystal Palace man. Here's McCarthy, Barkley, Lukaku, trying to show his pace, but again Burnley putting 2 markers on him and really stifling him for all they're worth. And Rashford now has got Henrik on his way. He's got Gray to the far side here. Still a bit to do though. Gray needs support. Still knocked back, and Henrik's first touch was a poor one, and then Rashford tries to get in there and can't succeed in doing so, and somehow or other Everton managed to scramble that out momentarily for a throw as Nasse comes on to replace the rather disappointing Romelu Lukaku. Gibson up towards Balassi. 20 forward, Nazassi. He's through. It's Nazassi! Oh, what an opportunity for Everton. And that's the best chance of the second half by far. Nazassi, the substitute who replaced the frankly disappointing Romelu Lukaku, has had his effort in fact well saved by Tom Heaton. And Oviedo replaces Leighton Baines. And we've got about, 10 minutes to go. And it's Lennon to take the corner. Lennon win it. And into the side netting by Nazassi. And really Burnley's misery, or Everton's misery I should say, is being completed. 1-0 down. They need snookers at the moment, and time is against Ronald Koeman and his team. Well, if Burnley get a second one here, little flick. Alright, Rashford, and Gray's onside. What a chance now for Gray. Can he keep his head? He'll score, and he'll make it 2-0. And the points are safe, secure, and are staying at Turf Moor. More than likely now. Group 1 at its very best. Tom Heaton with a wonderful goal kick. Flick on brilliantly by Rashford. And what a classic finish by Andre Gray. To the disgust of Ronald Koeman. It's 2-0 Burnley. The points are surely staying at Turf Moor. And it's Gray's 5th goal of the season. Balassi. Oviedo. Nasasi. Little chip forward. Oviedo's flick. Barkley. Danger here. Oh, and header back. It might have been led in straight into the arms of Heaton. Well, we're deep into time added on, and what a great 3 points, and 3 points that some Burnley fans wouldn't have expected considering the quality that Everton have possessed. And there's the referee's whistle. Mr. Porton blowing for time, and Burnley have won again. What a month this is turning out to be for Burnley. They couldn't buy a win about 3 or 4 games ago. They've now struck 3 wins in 4, and they take their unbeaten run to 5 games now in the league. 1 from Gray, 1 from Rashford, and that was sufficient enough. Final score, Burnley 2, Everton 0. So 3 wins out of 4, 5 unbeaten for Burnley if you include the 2 draws against Leicester and Arsenal, and great victories over Watford and Everton at home, and of course away performance at Southampton. If you include the League Cup match against Nottingham Forest, it's 6 unbeaten now, and after that dicey start, Burnley really looking very, very good at the moment. 13 points in 8th place, just below Middlesbrough, but above Arsenal and Manchester City. Above Arsenal, in fact, on goal difference, and that is a big billet for them. And they go above Everton, in fact, in the table. West Ham climbing a bit as well. Southampton now in big trouble, along with Swansea City, of course. And really, this is going to be a tight old thing at the moment. Stoke still leading by a point, by the way, at the top of the Premier League. What a start for Mark Hughes' side. They could not have envisaged this, I'm sure, at the start of the season. But they are really doing fantastically well, and they deserve their moment surely in the sun. So a marvellous, marvellous episode to really sink our teeth into. We had some very bad start. We had a bad start to the season where we couldn't buy a win in the first 4 or 5 games. But since that draw at Leicester, we've looked very good. Anyway, next episode, we've got games. A cup match against Peterborough United. We're at home there. That's the 4th round of the League Cup as well. And then we've got a away match at Old Trafford. We go to Old Trafford next up as well in the next episode. And then we finish off with a home game against Alan Pardew's Crystal Palace. Some bumper games to enjoy. 1 cup tie and 2 league games coming your way in episode 5 of the Burnley Career Mode. But thank you very much for watching. From me, JB, I'll say goodbye. Please leave a like. Please subscribe to the JB Claret channel. If you want me to do a question and answer session, I want 50 likes on a couple of my videos, and we'll do that for you, and question and answer session will be yours. The Twitter address is Stutsy83, you'll see that in the end credits. But for me, JB, until episode 5 of this Burnley Career Mode, I end episode 4 with Burnley unbeaten in 6. That's all I've got to say. Take care, bye bye.